Hi everyone. In this video, we're going to take a closer look at the last paragraph of the preliminary essay, which is the conclusion paragraph. Now, the conclusion paragraph of your essay is the last paragraph. So if you're following the five paragraph essay structure, you start with an introduction, you have three body paragraphs, and then you have the fifth conclusion paragraph at the end. So basically, the conclusion is like an upside down introduction. While in the introduction, we started with a series of general factual statements that introduce the subject area, and then we worked our way towards the thesis statement, which was our one sentence response to the question. The conclusion starts with a reiteration or a repetition of our thesis statement or our main idea, followed by some more general statements that come after. Like I said, we start the conclusion with a reiteration of our thesis. So we need to clarify at the very end what our stance or what our attitude or opinion is towards the issue that's being discussed. Some conclusions also review the main ideas. So they not only restate the writer's main idea or their thesis, but they also review the main ideas, the three main ideas that were discussed in the body paragraphs. Now, is it necessary to do this? Well, if you're writing a shorter essay, no. You want to avoid repetition, and your readers probably, by the point where they get to the conclusion, they probably remember what the main ideas are. So there's no need for us to repeat those main ideas or to remind them of what the main ideas are. But if you're dealing with a more extended essay, an essay that runs a few pages maybe, sometimes refreshing the reader's memory about what was discussed in the essay or what the main ideas were can be a good idea. But if you're dealing with a short 5-paragraph essay, then you can probably do without this unnecessary repetition of your main ideas. And finally, a good conclusion paragraph can discuss the implications, the so what, if you will. So what does this all mean? What is the bigger picture here? What implications are there for this stance or this position that you're holding? And finally, in terms of the wording and the language, the conclusion paragraph should avoid mere repetition of sentences and certain phrases that we've used before in the thesis statement and specifically in the introduction. Now, you often begin your conclusion by signaling that this is your conclusion paragraph. You don't need to do this, but for many beginning writers, it's a good idea to make it abundantly clear that this is your final paragraph. Now, there are certain stock phrases and expressions that are commonly used to begin a conclusion. Some of these include in conclusion, to conclude, in summary, and to sum up. After that, as mentioned before, you restate your thesis. Now, how do we do that? Now, suppose the thesis of my essay is stated as follows. College students would benefit from having a part-time job due to financial, professional, and educational reasons. Now, if I'm restating my thesis in the conclusion, I'm not allowed to use the same sentence. I should try to paraphrase this and to express it in a somewhat different way. Same idea, but different sentence structure. Take a look at this example. In summary, I believe that having a part-time job can have numerous advantages for college students. Pretty much the same idea, different sentence structure. Now, what does it mean to discuss the implications? Now, as I mentioned before, ask yourself this question. So what? Okay, so you think college students should have a part-time job while they're studying at college or university. So what? Now, the answer to this question would be the implications of your response. Let's take a look at the conclusion in its entirety. In summary, I believe that having a part-time job can have numerous advantages for college students. While this is a personal choice and may depend on a range of factors, it is generally worth considering for most college students who are preparing themselves for their future careers. So the implication here is that what I am proposing cannot necessarily be generalized to every college student. It varies. And but still, it's something that's worth considering for most college students. Why? Because they're preparing themselves for their future careers and their future lives. And based on the ideas that I've discussed in the essay, this could be beneficial to them. So, in a sense, you can see here how the concluding paragraph is not only reviewing the thesis, but is also answering the so what question and discussing the implications. As always, thanks for watching the video and good luck with writing your preliminary essays.